Hi, this is Business with Dave. In this video, we're giving you 4 reasons why being an underdog can help develop your market store further, because ultimately when you start a market store business, you are new, you are fresh, and ultimately you want to get to a point where you are satisfied with what you're achieving and the goals that you set yourself. So yeah, let's jump straight into this video. So firstly, being an underdog allows you to be flexible. It allows you to be able to take risks, to be able to try new and different things, different tactics, different store designs, see what works, adjust, see what works, adjust. If it doesn't work, take it out, improve on this, improve on that. It's continuous improvement, but it allows you to do it. You being an underdog allows you to be creative because you're not afraid to take that risk. Because ultimately when you start, you don't really have much to risk losing, because all you can do is gain. And that's the important part. You gain so much more by improving as you go along, and you gain so much more as you improve your business and yourself as well. So ultimately, there's nothing to lose. You can do different things and see what works for you and your business, and hopefully that creates a strength and a USP for you to move on. Secondly, you can spot weaknesses, and hopefully you can turn your competitor's weakness into your own strength. Being able to observe different market store people and see how they operate, you'll be able to see how they set up in the mornings, how they prep their food or prep their products, how they make their products. If you're doing something similar, or you want to be doing something similar to them, you observe them, see what their weaknesses are, and hopefully you can improve on it. Or if you have a strength, make that your USP, make sure you're the best at doing this, and people will come to you as maybe a destination place or destination product, and hopefully that will be your USP at the end of it. But it's all about spotting that weakness and turning into strength. That is important, because if you're operating a food business and you see your competitors really slow, and if you can offer quick service, then customers are more likely to come to you if they're in a rush than if they're not in a rush and they're taking it slow. But ultimately, customers will have different options. But obviously, if you do take it slow in making your food, it means you're adding the extra care, you're adding the extra customizability to it. So there's also that plus and that negative that as well you have to consider, but it needs to fit in with what business that you're doing, and see how what works for you, and see as you adjust. Thirdly, you don't really have too much of a high expectation yourself, because ultimately as an underdog, you don't have, again, too much to risk. Yes, you have your startup money, but maybe you're risking maybe £500 or maybe £1,000. Yes, this is a lot of money for some people, and I could totally understand if you're a teenager and you don't want to be spending your £1,000 on this. But take this as a learning lesson. You'll be gaining so much value from it, you'll be learning so much, and hopefully you'll be making some money at the end of it to hopefully replenish your £1,000 investment. And that would be such an achievement. You'll be building so much confidence, you'll be building mindset and mind skill set and stuff like that, that hopefully you can take towards your next job or future job, or you spot a trend for doing something and then you apply everything you've learned doing your business into something else. This is the whole part of it. You don't need to be afraid. Your expectations, you set your own expectations. So if you want to set yourself a minimum expectations where you are covering your costs, you're paying all your rent and your costs, and you're not making anything, but you're not losing anything, that's fine. If you set yourself a desired target where you're covering your costs and you're giving yourself a decent wage, then you set yourself that target. If it needs must that you need to make £200 to get that, you motivate yourself to get that £200 in order to cover everything and give yourself a decent wage. You do that, and then you could always set yourself a super ambitious goal, maybe double what the desired goal was, and that could just be like the odd occasions where everything is right for you. The weather's good, everyone's outside, you prepped a lot of stock, you sell that stock and you get that target, Who knows, that could be your new desired amount. But as you improve, that's how you do it. And as your expectations improve as well, you set it like that. You are in control, and as an underdog, that's the best kind of control. When you're an established competitor, your risk is being overtaken. If you're not changing, if you're not moving towards improving yourself with technology or your dishes and stuff, you have the potential to be overtaken by everyone else down here, which are all the underdogs. And that's where I'd rather be for my businesses, because I like to see what they're doing, and I could do better, then I will overtake you. If you don't improve, then watch out. That's what you need to go about doing it, and that's the mindset that you need to have in order to move forward with this. And lastly, my last point is that obviously being an underdog, you can again overtake the big dog if you are efficient. If you are efficient, you will overcome their complacency, and that's where you want to be. Those guys will be complacent. Those guys won't be moving. They'll be static. They won't see you coming. But if you can do something different, if you can grab their customers and turn their strengths, turn their weaknesses into your strengths, make it a whole sort of competition out there, it's a challenge for you, and hopefully that should get your blood rushing and find new ways to improve your business. But that's the whole part of starting a business. You don't want to be static, you want to be continuously improving. If you're not improving your business, then you're improving yourself as well. Your confidence, your selling skills, and maybe like relationship building in terms of like gaining customers' trust and stuff like that. So much to learn, so much you could work with. Being an underdog, you shouldn't be afraid of anything, because you're out there to make an impact. You're out there to shake up the established, and that's what you should be going into it feeling as well. Head on, fearless. If it fails, but at least you tried. But at least if you do fail, then you have no regrets. If you do your research, if you organize, if you plan well, then the chances of you failing are lowered. But obviously, if you can do every of those things right, then you have every chance to overtake the big boys over here. And that's what you want to try to do, that's what you try to aim for, and that's the best position you want to be. You want to be continuously improving your store. You want to be making sure that you set yourself good, reasonable expectations, set yourself good goals as well, and just like good habits in general in terms of getting to know your customers and giving the fastest service, best products to your customers. That's the best you can do. And consistency, it's all about consistency, everyone. If you're not good and you're slow here and you're fast here, it needs to be consistent. Customers need to know what they're expecting from you every single time. It's just like a McDonald's meal. They know what they're going to expect every time they go into it. So that's exactly what you need to do. Make sure standardized, make sure it's efficient, and make sure you can be improving so you can overtake those guys. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful and you can apply some of these tips to your market store or product business, and hopefully you can see the value in being an underdog, because it allows you that freedom to do something different, be creative, try something out, and not be afraid to fail, because ultimately, yes, it can fail, but ultimately you can learn so much from it, and hopefully you can improve upon it. Not everything will go down as smoothly, and that's where you improve yourself. You don't give up. That's the one thing I advise you to not do, is to give up the first hurdle. Even if it's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and it goes on, the hurdles will get harder and it will become tougher, but this will toughen you up. You will be building grit for yourself, because that's what it's all about. If you are knocked down, you need to pick yourself up and improve on your business, and you show them that what you guys are made out of and what your business is all about. But yeah, like this video if you like this video, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. You guys are all awesome. I love seeing those reviews, those subscribers go up, and all of those nice comments as well. Thank you so much. I've been Business with Dave. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.